Growing up in Jerusalem, I was raised with a deep appreciation for my heritage. My father, a historian, instilled in me a love for the Jewish Golden Age of Spain. And while my family is predominantly Ashkenazi, I discovered through a DNA test that I have some Sephardic ancestry. After completing my education in the United States, I returned to Israel and enlisted in the Israel Defense Forces. I trained as a combat soldier and served for 5 years in the elite Sayeret Matkal unit. It was during this time that I truly understood the risks involved in approving operations and the sacrifices our fighters make. I took part in numerous cross-border raids and missions, including the rescue of the hijacked Sabina Flight 571. I was wounded in combat multiple times, but that only fueled my determination to protect my country. Today, as a leader, I carry with me the experiences and lessons learned from my time in the military. I am committed to ensuring the safety and security of Israel. You know that before Benjamin Netanyahu became the Prime Minister of Israel, he had quite an interesting journey? Back in the late 70s, he worked as an economic consultant for the Boston Consulting Group in Boston, Massachusetts. It was there that he formed a lasting friendship with Mitt Romney, who described Netanyahu as a strong personality with a distinct point of view. They even had their own shorthand way of communicating. Netanyahu credits the intellectually rigorous boot camp at the Boston Consulting Group for their easy communication. In 1978, Netanyahu appeared on Boston local television under the name Ben Netai and spoke about the core of the conflict in the Middle East. He believed that the Arab refusal to accept the State of Israel was the real issue. He argued that if self-determination was truly important to them, they could have easily established a Palestinian state when they had control of the West Bank and Gaza Strip for 20 years. After his time in Boston, Netanyahu returned to Israel and ran the Jonathan Netanyahu Anti-Terror Institute, studying terrorism and organizing international conferences on the topic. He then worked in marketing for RIM Industries in Jerusalem and made connections with Israeli politicians like Moshe Arentz, who appointed him as his deputy chief of mission at the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. During the 1982 Lebanon War, Netanyahu was called up for reserve duty but chose to stay in the U.S. as a spokesperson for Israel. He presented Israel's case to the media and established an efficient public relations system at the Israeli embassy. From 1984 to 1988, he served as the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations. Throughout his journey, Netanyahu was influenced by Rabbi Menachem M. Schneerson, whom he considered the most influential man of their time. He also became friends with Fred Trump, the father of future U.S. President Donald Trump. And that's just a glimpse into the fascinating story of Benjamin Netanyahu before he became the Prime Minister of Israel.